Let me see. Let me make sure it's good. All right. Hey, okay, there go my people. I see you, J Miles. Hey, how y'all doing? This is the Shar Curry Tonight Show. I appreciate y'all being here. And I am, for those of you that don't know who I am Shar, aka Says What She Wants, the #1 female advocate for men, but also a sister to women. And today I got my boy with me. I'm talking about my ace boom cool, my confidant. Ain't nobody on the earth that knows more about me than this man right here. And he is
Antjuan Cox, straight out of Oakland.
Mm-hmm. And y'all, today's his birthday, so make sure everybody tell him happy birthday, okay?
Yes.
And he trying to downplay everything. This is Antjuan Cox. It's my dog for real, y'all. But yeah, so you ready to get right into it?
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to get right into it. Okay, so last week, right? So last week I made a post, and it was something I found on somebody else's page, and it said there was a man that cheated, and the woman cheated back, but yet she got pregnant. And everybody wanted to know who broke up the family or who was wrong.
Well, the man was wrong. Straight up, it's like if you're saying cheated, the word cheated, that means that they had an agreement from the gate that y'all was monogamous, right? And y'all was exclusive. So if the man went outside the relationship and he cheated, then he was the one. He's the one that broke the bond.
So other people will say different. Other people will say, well, she's the one that did it unprotected, and she's the one that had the baby. But yet we don't know that he did it unprotected.
Right. So that's a speculation. They don't know what he did or how he did it. You know what I mean? Both of them is wrong, but he struck first. And yes, you can look at it like, okay, she got pregnant, she's about to have a baby, now you're dealing with a whole nother life. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, right, the man, he broke the union. So by breaking that union, hell, it's just like, if you play with firecrackers, and that motherfucker go off,
your ass might get burned.
Yeah, you got to deal with the consequences of the firecracker going off.
Yeah.
Don't play with firecrackers.
Right. And I got to come around and look and see if there's any questions right now. Let me see. If you guys got questions, you got to put them in the question box. That way I'll be able to see them. Somebody said they hate their baby mama. Uh-oh. Why you hate your baby mama? Right. Somebody said cause and effect. Okay. I agree.
Right.
Okay. And then, so my next question is, the state of monogamy and polygamy. Okay. So when it comes to monogamy, we know what that is, but a lot of people think that in its state right now, that a lot of people are leaving their spouses because they don't have any staying power. They think that we live like in a now type of world, and everything is always in your face or in your DM. So they're saying that social media, in retrospect, is breaking up so many connections. What is your take on that?
Well, first of all, kind of sort of, social media does play a major part in the disconnection of a lot of connections. But here's the thing, though, right? It boils down to the person. Right. The person and their interactions with the people and the connections that they make with people. Right. So it's like this, you can't blame everything on social media. Social media is not the cause of you thinking this way, because social media wasn't in the bedroom with you when you were doing whatever hell you was doing. So no, it wasn't in the kitchen when y'all was cause of all your problems. It's a contributor, but it's not definitely not the cause.
Okay, so somebody said, what was the cause that he stepped out? So what caused him to step out? See, that's the thing, y'all. We don't know what caused him to step out. So that's the other portion of it.
Yeah. But if you take the situation at face value, you know, he just did it. We don't know what the back end of the story is or whatnot. Hell, straight up, he broke the bond.
Okay. So Fabulous said, "Happy birthday, brother." She's on here looking at you.
Okay. For sure. I appreciate you.
Okay, so then we want to step over to polygamy. When it comes to polygamy, because, you know, I've been talking about this for years. When it comes to polygamy, Twan, what do you think, or what have you read on? What's your take on polygamy? Does it work? Does it not work? And what is it about?
Polygamy been around since the beginning of the time, and polygamy is beautiful if you do it right. I mean, but here's the thing: a lot of people, well, men, you know, they try to use polygamy as to get some extra pussy. Hey, you know, but here's the thing: you know, a lot of people they want the title of husband, but they don't want the duty and responsibilities of husband, right? And a lot of people, they think that polygamy is all about having multiple women and you can go from house to house or have everybody living in the same house and you just getting it on. No, that's not what polygamy is about. Polygamy is about working in conjunction with your wives, you know, and the kids to build something, a legacy. You know, that's what it's about. It's not just about sex. I mean, there's people in polygamous relationships that don't even have sex. You know what I mean? It's about coming together, like they say. It takes a village.
Right.
You know, to raise it out. You know what I mean? So you have a man doing what he's supposed to do, right, and the women doing what they're supposed to do. The polygamy can be a beautiful thing.
Right, right. And so my take on it is this: polygamy is not. Listen, y'all. When it comes to polygamy, the physical connection of it, the physical aspect of it, is always last on the totem pole when it's done the right way. It's about community. It's about support. It's about making sure that especially like if there's kids within that dynamic, it's about more support for the children. It's about more knowledge and wisdom and different aspects and perspectives for the children. So you have to realize that as much people want to think like, oh, that's what I want, when they see, you know, the man with the two women, or a woman will say, oh, well, can I have two husbands too? So at the end of the day, it's about community and support and generational wealth. The last thing on the totem pole is the physical connection. And there are also people that live within polygamous connections that don't ever even venture upon that aspect of it. That's another thing that you guys have to realize.
Right. But it all boils down to, you know, maturity. Some people, they say that they want a polygamous relationship, but they're not mature enough to handle it.
Right, right.
Mean, because dealing with one woman, dealing with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women, hey, you know, you got your hands filled, and you got to be really, really mature enough to be able to deal with that. It's one of those situations where it has, be careful what you ask for.
I gotta follow her back. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I mean, and men, they were talking about polygamy all this time, and they think that they're doing it right, but you're not doing it right. Ooh. Because you're not working in conjunction. You're not working in conjunction with the women, right, to reach a common goal. That's the purpose of polygamy. You know what I mean? Y'all all working together in conjunction to meet a common goal. And it's not just to get you a nut.
Somebody said multiple headaches. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, so what about when it comes to men understanding women? Do you think that most men understand women?
No. I'm reading a book right now.
Okay.
Huh?
Why?
I'm reading a book right now, and they did an essay in there, and it's because men don't get a chance, they don't sit down and they don't take the time to get to ask the real important questions. You know what I mean?
Like?
You know, we think that we know, but we really don't have a clue. Like there was an essay done, and it was and the guy, it was a room full of men and women, and the question was asked.
Hold that thought. Okay, so y'all, what's gonna happen is he's gonna go off and then he's gonna come back. But go ahead, keep talking until it runs out.
Okay, so the question was asked: how many of you men in here, what do y'all do on a daily basis to protect yourself from sexual assault? So the men look around. He gotta be joking, you know what I mean? So one guy say nothing. So he's like, exactly. Men don't do anything. There's no preparation on a daily to protect themselves from sexual assault.
Wow.
However, that same question was asked to the women.
Yeah.
And there was a broad range of answers. And I'll tell you when I come back.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, yo, I'm gonna get some questions together when you come back. Hold on, y'all. He gotta call back. Let me see what y'all in here talking about. Let me see what y'all talking about. The Bay Area landlord in the building. I appreciate you. It's gonna take a few seconds for him to come back, y'all. Money won't keep a woman. Won't keep a woman's love. Won't keep her. The only thing will keep her is her desire. Exactly. No, seriously. And that's the thing. People and as you know, you guys, I posted that about hold on. Only thing that keeps a man is being homeless or respect. What you mean by that? I knew you was gonna come through, Bay Area landlord. I knew it. I knew you was coming through. Okay. All right, y'all. We back. And then this will be available on my YouTube, you guys, in a couple days. Okay, can you finish that? What are some reasons why women said or how they have to protect themselves against sexual assault on a daily basis?
So the women, they raised their hands, and their response was, when I walk out at night, when I walk around at night, I put my keys between my fingers in case someone try to attack me. Some women said that they don't go out at night. Some say they don't park in dark places. If they see a group of men walking down the sidewalk, they'll cross the street. And this they take self-defense classes and all that. So then you sit back and you think, like, damn, on top of the stuff that the woman get at home, when she walk out the house, she actually got to think about all this stuff just to get home safely.
Yeah. And
just to navigate the world. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. And even just to add to your list, for myself, I back in everywhere I go. I'm the back end queen. I back in everywhere I go. So that way, if something pop off, I'm able to get up out of there quick. I back in. Especially like when you're walking in the parking lot, when you're going back to your car, you know, you watching, you looking straight, but I'm always on the swivel anyway. Like I'm always watching my surroundings. And the other thing is that I carry heavy. I pack a firearm. And that's one thing that I encourage, not even just women, but everybody. I encourage y'all, like, take the Second Amendment very seriously. Make sure, especially y'all women, make sure you get the proper training and make sure you get a firearm. Make sure you learn how to learn how to properly operate that thing. And I want to have my boy from LA, Redstone, Jonathan. I haven't asked him yet, but I want him to come on and talk about that because we all need that. What were you gonna say though?
I mean, it's crazy that when we look at women, we see the physical and all that, but it's crazy when you look at it on a deeper level, all the things that they have to go through just to prepare to go outside and face the world. That you mean to tell me that every time she she go outside, she got to worry about being attacked. What? Come on, man. That's just crazy. And us men, we can't even fathom that thought that every time when we walk out, that we have to protect ourselves from being sexually assaulted. Come on, man. That's just absurd. Come on. So, we don't sit down and have conversations with our women, about who they really are, what they really want, their dreams, their goals, their views on all kind of little different issues, and you'll be surprised what you'll find out if you actually talk to them.
Right. Right. Somebody said they keep their thing on them, and also they have their wife do the same thing, and that's that's a thing. And this is something as far as like, and I've been talking about this for years. I would like to see more men raised up and really train the women in their community about firearms, about hand-to-hand combat, about safety, even about like fishing and stuff like that. Like, I feel like certain things, like, people think that, oh, a man should do this, a man should do that, but also certain things in order to survive, in order to protect yourself and your family. I feel like that should be a man and woman type of thing. It shouldn't be no one-sided type of thing.
And fathers got to start teaching their daughters this stuff.
Ooh.
I mean, you got to start teaching your daughters. You got to start them young, so when they get to be teenagers and young women and stuff like that, they're already ready. You know what I mean? So, because it's like, we see this in so many different other communities, but we don't do it in ours. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta teach these babies young about firearms. You gotta teach them about how to hunt, fish, and all that. Make it a game, but make it a life lesson also, though.
Yeah. And so my neck carries mace and a stun gun. Absolutely, that too. But I don't want to have to get too close to him, so I'm carry something heavy.
Exactly. Get at you real quick.
So I wanna ask you briefly. I know we only got a few more minutes. I want to ask you briefly, like, how did you grow up? Did you grow up in a 2-parent home? Did you grow up in, with the grandparents? Like, how did you grow up?
Well, I grew up in North Oakland, in Berkeley. My father, if anyone knows my story or knows my brother Mr. Fab's story, my father was a pimp. My mother was, a prostitute or whatnot. She was on drugs. She wasn't in my life, so I had 2 very good, wonderful stepmothers, Desi and Denise, and I had a superwoman of a woman, my grandmother. So that was my village. So yeah,
Okay.
It was my granny.
Okay.
My stepmothers.
Okay. I love it. Okay. And so you said that, okay, you grew up with your, okay. So how was it growing up and your dad was a pimp?
Well,
did you become a pimp? I mean, did he teach you the ropes? I mean, I want to know.
All right. Well, my daddy never taught me no pimping. He never set me down and and gave me no game like that. He exposed me to a whole lot of things. So by the time that I did finally get my feet wet, it had nothing to do with him. He let me make the decisions that I chose to make later on when I did finally get into the game. And I was in the game for a long time, but that's just not something that I subscribe to. My thought processes as I got older, I don't look at women in that form, but I can say that one of the reasons why I may have treated women indifferently when I was younger was because I really don't know a mother's love. I never felt a mother's love because my mother basically abandoned me. The streets was more important than I was, so maybe that's the reason why. But I take full responsibility for my actions. I did what I did.
Thank you. Do you feel like your mother not being there caused you to have certain internal pain that may have persuaded you to treat women or be in a way towards women that you were?
Definitely, 100%. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's the same. It's the same as men not being around their daughters. Fathers
Ooh.
not being around their daughters. It's the same thing. I mean, it's just the opposite. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's more prevalent in our community at the, you know, or so they say, that the men that's not around, but it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have their daddy, so they looking for love in all the wrong places.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have my mom, so I was, feeling some type of way, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And then the last question I have is is how many books have you written since you've been incarcerated? How many books
Well,
have you written?
well, I've been incarcerated for the last 15 years. I've wrote to date 17. My 18th book will come out sometime this week. 17 books published.
What are the books about?
Well, if I can't educate you, I won't write it.
Mm-hmm.
So my book is about. My first book was called The Truth, told by the son of a pimp, and that was pretty much my life story. I followed up with a children's series called Deja Vu, and I teach the history to the kids through magical characters named Deja and Dejan.
Mm-hmm.
Then I followed up with I think Convicted Redemption, My Letters to the World. Then Seize the Moment.
Yeah.
Seize the Moment, Our Time Is Now. That was my political book. Basically, sounding the alarm that is our time is now for the youth.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate of the youth and for
Big
social
time.
justice. So, and then my last book not my last book. After that, I followed up with my first urban book called Escaping the Game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I dropped 3 journal books in one day called the Discovering series on Amazon. It's called Discovering Me, Healing the King Within, Discovering Me, Healing the Queen Within, and Discovering Us, Building Our Kingdom. So my next book is Cell Therapy. It should be out this week. What happened in my life is this. I went to the bottom, to the depths of hell, and attempted suicide, all kind of things. I got 25-year sentence and a 35-year sentence. And in the beginning, I just didn't feel as though that life was any worth living anymore for me. I had basically wasted my life, and I almost committed suicide. I took the pills and all that, and just so happened I threw up. And from that point on, I was like, man, if God just give me one more chance at it, that I would start rebuilding, and I took it one step at a time, one day at a time, and started getting mental health treatment for my depression. I had a clinicianist, and she told me to start writing. Well, I had already been writing. My brother, he had got me to write before, but I was on drugs. I was so high I couldn't even think of a sentence to write. But sitting down in that prison cell, you get the reflection of your life.
Yeah.
So it was like, what do I write about? Write about me. What do I want to do? Educate the people. Because I don't want nobody to go through the same thing that I went through.
Yeah.
So it was about positivity, teaching positivity, and being, a better version of yourself. So that's why I write and do the things that I need to do, right? Become a better person, and hopefully I can change and be a positive influence on other people's lives.
Well, thank you. Again, happy birthday. I appreciate you. You guys make sure you go follow him. And tell everybody where they can follow you, please.
You can follow me on Antjuan Cox. IG at IG. You see Twan Cox at TJUANCOX. Artistry Antjuan on Facebook. Twan Cox on TikTok. You can go get all my books on Amazon. Just type in my name, Books by Antjuan Cox. It's spelled ANTJUANCOX. Yes, I'm sure that you'll be pleased with what you see. I appreciate this platform. Appreciate you allowing me to come on here and have this moment with you, especially coming from the bowels of hell. You know what I mean? But and I'm on my way home. So
absolutely.
I got another chance at this. So I'm very, very fortunate and very blessed to be able to have this another shot at it.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. That is Antjuan Cox. Follow him at Twan Cox on IG and TikTok. Artistry Twan? Artistry Antjuan. Artistry Antjuan on Facebook. All right, y'all. This has been the Shar Curry Tonight Show. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Make sure if you need to get in touch with me, you text or call me or click the link in my bio to book an appointment. And as always, you can find all of my books on Amazon at Shar.